Hi folks, it is Andy Pace with Degree of Green. Today I wanted to give you a short video on the FRAT system. The FRAT system is the Formaldehyde Release Attenuation Test. This is the test that we actually use here in our own lab as well as in people's homes to determine formaldehyde off-gassing from a very specific surface. And what I mean by that is, for years, when you hire an indoor air quality professional to test the air quality in your home, the reports would come back sometimes saying that you had an elevated amount of formaldehyde in the air. Well, where's that coming from? There are thousands of locations inside of the home that could be releasing formaldehyde. So up until this point, what we've been doing is just sort of throwing darts to say, well, it's probably coming from the floor, probably coming from walls or cabinetry or furniture or what have you. The problem is this becomes a very expensive situation, a very expensive problem to remediate and enter the FRAT test. The FRAT test consists of a very small sensor, about this big. This is an actual absorption plate for formaldehyde. And that absorption plate gets put onto a surface such as, let's say, this fabric. And that might be a decorative fabric in your home. You activate it with a couple drops of distilled water, place it on the surface, and that stays on the surface for 30 minutes. And during 30 minutes, it'll absorb formaldehyde that's coming off of this surface. So it's a very passive, emissive testing system. After 30 minutes, it gets removed from the surface, and it gets placed into what's called a flux monitor, or the actual testing system. And you read how much is coming from that surface. Instantly you find out 107 parts per billion of formaldehyde. And when we do testing here, we'll actually put a little sticker on the surface and it gets put into our library to report on later. So when somebody calls up and asks if we've ever tested this material, we can show them the results. So 107 parts per billion of formaldehyde does not seem like a lot, but inside of a home, it can be devastating. Anything above 50 parts per billion is considered severe. A little more to describe that. OSHA says that the healthy level for occupational safety is only about 40 parts per billion. The United States Green Building Council, with their LEED program, says that anything above 17 parts per billion is considered unhealthy. Now, inside of your home, any surface you can imagine can be releasing formaldehyde. I have tested flooring materials, wall treatments, paints and coatings, cabinetry. I even tested this wood filler. This wood filler released over 2,000 parts per billion of formaldehyde. That is a toxic level. And think of all the things in the home that are releasing small bits or large amounts of formaldehyde. That all equals to this toxic soup. And as we talk about how we need to remediate surfaces to make them healthier, utilizing this FRAT system has saved thousands of dollars. We did a project last year where our customers had installed several thousand square feet of a new engineered wood flooring product. And within days, everybody in the home started feeling sick. And they were facing probably $50,000 to $60,000 worth of replacement of this wood floor because they thought this was the culprit. I went up to their house and tested the wood floors, and I also tested a bunch of other areas just to be sure. Turns out that the wood floors were perfectly fine. It was the area rugs on the floor that caused all the problem. For $50,000 of the wood flooring, we saved all of that and their health by removing about $2,000 worth of area rugs. And those area rugs were releasing between 400 and 600 parts per billion of formaldehyde each. So this is an invaluable way to not only find the problem, but to remediate the problem and to do it in a very cost-effective manner. So how do you get this done in your home? First of all, reach out to our website, degreeofgreen.com. Shoot me an email, Andy@degreeofgreen. We'll be more than happy to assist you. There are professionals across the country who are now using this equipment, and they can do this in your home. If you are involved in a project where you are installing a new hardwood floor or a new window treatments, what have you, you can always get a sample from whoever you're buying these products from and send it to us. For $99, you can send it to Green Design Center. They're the retailer now who is doing this. Green Design Center can send out a box to you that you can put your samples in. It gets sent back to us prepaid, and in 3 to 5 days you can have a result of what the formaldehyde off-gassing is from those materials to determine whether you even want to use them in your house or not. So again, reach out to me at degreeofgreen.com, reach out to our retailer partner, thegreendesignCenter.com, and either one of us can lend you a hand. So good luck, be well, and here's to a healthy home. Thank you.